Hello, good morning to everyone and welcome to today's webinar session where the topic will be first article reports and inspection documentation with SOLIDWORKS. Okay, so my name is JJ Chan and I will be your presenter for today. Okay, so let's get straight into the overview of our topic today. Okay, so first we will be talking about inspection documents. Okay, so we will be discussing on the current methodology and limitations used by various industries all around the world. Okay, we will take a look at the typical workflow as well of the inspection process and what are the benefits of inspection documents and why is it important, and lastly, how can SOLIDWORKS contribute to this process. Then we will be moving on and we will take a look at SOLIDWORKS Inspection and its key benefits. Okay, so for inspection documents, okay, it is a very common quality assurance process, a QA process. The aim of this process is to ensure that the products meet the quality and the acceptance requirements. Okay, inspection reports are used to document the characteristics to inspect the results of the products. After the manufacturing process, there are two methods to proceed with the QA process. Okay, one would be the in-house, where the company performs internal inspections using first article inspection, which is also referred to as FAI. Okay, and the other is outsourcing, where they outsource the quality inspection process to other inspection facilities using incoming inspection and FAI as well, the first article inspection. Okay, so now let's take a look at the typical workflow of a product cycle. Okay, first off, a product part will be designed by an engineer or a designer. Okay, you can see on your left, so we have that part over there. So once this product design is completed, they will proceed to create mechanical drawings for documentation purposes. So this will still be created by the designer or the engineer. Okay. After that, these drawings can then be sent to the manufacturing department to manufacture the part. Okay. Subsequently, it can also be passed to the quality inspection department to create inspection documents. Okay. So for the inspection documents, the drawing will be ballooned to identify the prominent dimensions that needs to be checked. For example, like when you are purchasing a pair of jeans. Okay, what is the important size? What are the important things that we will look at? Okay, we will be concerned on the waist size or maybe the length of the jeans. Okay, but we will not base our purchase on the size of the back pocket of the jeans, right? Okay, so same thing applies to the inspection process for our parts here. Okay, we do not inspect each and every dimension. Okay, we only inspect those that will affect the functionality of the product, like your jeans, for the waist length and the overall length of the jeans, but not the back pocket. Okay, so these balloon dimensions will then be documented in an Excel format as the first article inspection report. So when the manufacturing process is completed, the part will then be checked using either a digital caliper or CMM machine or etc. Okay, and these results will then be entered into the FAI report, the first article inspection report. And only here, then can we determine if the batch of manufactured products passes or fails the quality inspection process. Okay, using all these dimensions from picking up a few parts from the entire batch of the manufactured product. Okay, we will inspect them, key in the results into the Excel file, and determine whether it passes or fails. So if there are multiple dimensions that are not within the acceptable range, okay, the manufactured products may have failed the inspection process. Okay, and when this happens, what can we do? Okay, so a few steps can be taken when this happens. So rejection of of a shipment from your vendor or supplier can be performed. Okay, we can reject the manufactured part, this batch, because a lot of the dimensions are not within the acceptable range. Okay, we can also proceed to conduct a RCA, which is a root cause analysis, to identify the reason behind the failure of the products. So inspecting and recalibrating machines for both the manufacturing process as well as the quality inspection process can also be performed to ensure that it is not the fault of the part, but it may be the fault of the manufacturing or the quality inspection machines. Okay, so changing and reparation of tools can also be done. And lastly, we can also update design or manufacturing process to avoid any future problems. Next, let's take a look at the benefits of the inspection process. Okay, so one of the benefits is we are able to improve product quality and its reliability, improve the time to market for the product, and also reduce scrap, which in turn will reduce the cost. However, there are limitations to the current process because it includes a manual process of creating the inspection report. Okay, so what normally happens is we print out the PDFs of the drawings. Okay, so and then the quality inspectors or the designers themselves will manually balloon the important dimensions by using a special ruler and just using their hands with their pen and their highlighters. Okay, so this manual process is very time consuming and error prone because they need to balloon it by themselves, and after that they need to key it back into the Excel file, which is also very time consuming. Okay, and it is also very error prone because as it is done manually by people. Okay, so duplicated data entry or even wrong data entry is very common here. Okay, so these are the limitations. They print the papers, it's wasting paper as well. They create balloons by hand. Time consuming to create inspection documentation, which is the balloon drawings as well as the Excel files. Okay, so because of all this duplicated data entry and even wrong data entry, okay, this results in a very costly process if there are such errors that occurs. So in a survey that was conducted by SOLIDWORKS themselves, 45% of SOLIDWORKS users are doing first article inspections and are creating inspection reports or balloon drawings. But only 15 of them are already using a software. Means the rest of the others are still doing it by hand, which is time consuming and error prone. So 59% reports that ballooning a drawing or creating an inspection report is time consuming. Okay, and 56% of them have often errors in their inspection documentations, which is also understandable because imagine how many drawings that they need to balloon it and then key it into the Excel file. There are a lot. So after a while we will get tired because we are humans, right? Okay, so we will get tired and we might accidentally key in wrong data and so on and so forth. So why is inspection report so important? Okay, so it plays a very important role in a product cycle, okay, because it ensures that the products are able to work fine, okay, and complies to safety regulations and industry requirements like the PPAP AS 9102. These are all the industrial requirements. Okay, so industries like the oil and gas industry, the automotive, medical devices, and so on and so forth, these industries cannot afford to have failed products during its operation. Okay, so because if the product is not working well, is not working fine, okay, this will result in a very bad situation due to the safety regulations. Okay. Inspection also ensures that the product quality, reliability, and in turn the brand image for being dependable. We want to always be giving out good quality products so that it is reliable, so our customers will also know that our products are reliable, and that will increase our brand image. They will have a good image on our brand. And also lastly, this process can also ensure that the manufacturing process is in good condition, and we can reduce scrap and control the costs. So what are the key industries to excuse me. So what are the key industries that will be using inspection documents very often? Okay, so we have industries like aerospace and defense, machine design and drop shops, medical devices, automotive, alternative energies, oil and gas, and even consumer products. Okay, even consumer products, let's say for your phone cover. Okay, we need to inspect them so that it fits perfectly to your iPhone or your Samsung. Okay, so these are also very important to them. So where does SOLIDWORKS contribute to these processes? Okay, for design quality of the products, okay, we have SOLIDWORKS as well as SOLIDWORKS simulation to help engineers and designers design their products as well as to validate their products. Okay, to validate its strength, to see how it works and all. And for the production quality, we now have SOLIDWORKS Inspection, where it will be able to help with the production quality after the manufacturing process. Okay, so let's take a look at SOLIDWORKS Inspection. So what does it do? What is its function? Okay, so SOLIDWORKS Inspection creates inspection documents, including FAI reports, inspection reports, balloon drawings, as well as inspection packages, like the AS 9102, PPAP. Okay, so it also allows users to perform incoming inspections quickly and accurately. And the key features for SOLIDWORKS inspections, so we have 4 of them. I've separated it into 4. So the first is the creates inspection documents faster, and it is up to 90% time saving. Okay, why? Because this is an automated process, and SOLIDWORKS Inspection is very easy to use, so there are no trainings required. It is all based on common sense, so users can be familiarized with SOLIDWORKS Inspection very quickly, because it is that simple. And all your inspection documents needs, okay, you can create all your inspection documents needs regardless of the CAD software used, because we have a standalone application, okay, as well as we have a fully integrated SOLIDWORKS add-in as well. So even if you are not using SOLIDWORKS, we do have the standalone application to help you with your inspection documents. So it supports SOLIDWORKS drawings, even PDF files and CIFF files. Okay, and next, the benefits of SOLIDWORKS Inspection is we can improve the time to market. Okay, it will eliminate errors and inconsistencies due to these errors are due to maybe human errors, okay, which is quite hard to eliminate without using if we continue using the human factor. Okay, create inspection packages in one click. Okay, and it also complies with industry standards. So this is a very quick process by using SOLIDWORKS Inspection. Okay, and lastly, SOLIDWORKS Inspection also we can perform incoming inspection faster. So with SOLIDWORKS Inspection, we can just type in the measured values directly, or we can also use a digital caliper or import CMM results straight away. Okay, and all of these results will also be highlighted. It will highlight the dimensions, characteristics, green, red, yellow based on the results. Sorry, just a little typo there. Based on the results. So this characteristic, all these key features and benefits, I will also show it later when I do a demonstration on SOLIDWORKS Inspection for the add-in in SOLIDWORKS as well as the standalone application. Okay, so lastly we have the packaging. Okay, so SOLIDWORKS Inspection, excuse me. Okay, sorry. So lastly we have the packaging. Okay, so SOLIDWORKS Inspection have two packages, one being the standard and the other is the professional. So the SOLIDWORKS Inspection standard has the standalone application as well as the add-in into SOLIDWORKS. Okay, it supports drawings, PDFs and CIFF files. We have the advanced OCR, which is the Optical Character Recognition, okay, which I will show later on as well. The automatic ballooning, okay, and reporting, and we can also export it to PDF and Excel. Okay, so what about the professional? So all of these features that are in standard are also available in professional, but professional has two additional features, which is the results input straight away into the app, software itself, as well as the CMM import. So we can import CMM results straight away into our SOLIDWORKS Inspection Professional package. Okay, so right now, let's take a look at an example of SOLIDWORKS Inspection. Okay, so first off, I'm just going to open up this file right here, this drawing right here. Okay, so here I'm just going to click, you can see that SOLIDWORKS Inspection is now inside, it's an add-in in SOLIDWORKS 2015. Okay, so here I'm just going to click New Inspection Project, choose the template that I want. You can see that the default template that we have here is already has NSI B41 and so on and so forth. Okay, so here I'm just going to choose the default template and click OK. Next, when I'm creating my inspection project, here I would just like to add in some properties. So here, when I click part number, all I need to do is just, because from the drawing itself, from the SOLIDWORKS drawing itself, I already have some custom properties. So all I need to do is just select accordingly. Part name, knuckle, I just select it accordingly. Okay, doc number, document name, and all. I can just put it here. So I can also specify the vendor, okay, but these are all just examples. Okay, maybe me and my job number and so on and so forth. Characteristic info, the start number is 1. All these I can just leave it as at its default state. Okay, clockwise, auto ballooning. Okay, so once I'm done with this for my properties, I just click next. Okay, so here is where what informations do I want to extract. So do I want to extract the dimensions? I can include it here, the weldments, the surface finishing, and so on and so forth. So here I'm just going to leave it as a default as well. I'm going to click next. Okay, and next we have the tolerance settings. So for linear, we also have the tolerance here, the precisions, and as well as the angular. So in its units is degree, linear is mm. I want that. I'm okay with that, so I just click OK. And you can see with just a few clicks, SOLIDWORKS Inspection will now automatically help me balloon all of my drawings, balloon all of my dimensions on my drawings. Okay, as you can see, each of these dimensions now has a balloon on them. Okay, and it's all here. Okay, so once I'm done with this, I can now save this as I can now export it to PDF as well as export it to Excel. So in this example, I'm just going to export it to Excel. Okay, and once again, here you can see, since I want to export it to Excel, which is an inspection report, I can either choose AS9102, PPAP, so on and so forth. Okay, so here I'm just going to choose AS9102 and click OK. And now it will just create your inspection sheet. So, and now my inspection document is done. So you see how fast that is? Instead of doing it manually, creating balloons one by one and everything, and then keying it all into the inspection, all into Excel by ourselves. Okay, so here we can just straight away, you can see here on top, it's all the informations, the part number, the part name, FYI report, and everything. Okay, so here I can also just key in my results that I've gotten from maybe my digital caliper or CMM report. Okay, so here I can just key in all my data. Maybe 47, this one is 0.45, 78.10, and you can see if it's within the range, within the upper limit, the boundary, the acceptable limit, the lower limit and the upper limit, okay, it will appear in green. And if it's past the acceptable range, okay, past the upper limit or the lower limit, it will just appear in red. Okay, 53, okay, it's within range. 45.02 red, since it's out of range. So you can just key that all in and just print it out. So that is the SOLIDWORKS add-in. Okay, for SOLIDWORKS inspection, add-in in the SOLIDWORKS application. So what about the standalone? Okay, so the SOLIDWORKS inspection standalone, we can also either open a new project, create a new project, or open a project from the add-in, okay, because we can also export to the SOLIDWORKS inspection project. But in this case, I'm just going to create a new project. Okay, so same thing, I'm going to choose, for this example, I'm going to choose AS9102 matrix and click OK. Okay, so here, as mentioned earlier, SOLIDWORKS inspection can also open up PDFs as well as TIFF files, right? So in this case, I'm just going to open up this PDF file named knuckle refc. Okay, and next I'm going to demonstrate the OCR function, which is the Optical Character Recognition function, okay, to capture all of the informations that I require. I'm just going to zoom in here a bit. Okay, go to its title block. Okay, and for the project properties on the left, okay, so part name, I can capture the project property by just clicking on this icon here, which is the OCR icon. Okay, so for the part name, I can just select this boom knuckle, okay, and it will appear straight away in my part name. So for my part number, once again, I just select this, and it will appear exactly onto my project property. So I'm just going to continue very quickly. So revision is C. Okay, my drawing name. Okay, and just so on and so forth. And you can also key in your materials and your FI report numbering all here. Inspected by, balloon by. Excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, and once we're done, we can just click OK. Okay, so next, what about the dimensions and the balloonings? Okay, so same thing. Here, I can go to drawings and click on dimensions. Okay, and here I'll just select this dimension right here. And once again, using the OCR function in SOLIDWORKS inspection, we can see that all of this information can be extracted straight away. See, my value is 30, my tolerance, even the tolerance can be obtained. +1, -0.5, -0.5, so the upper and lower limit. And you can see here in the bill of characteristics, it will also appear here. Okay. So I can continue like this. 4.0, okay. This one, maybe, and you can see that my balloon will also automatically appear. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I can just continue like this. 4, 5, and 6, and you can see all of these are just straight automatically obtain the tolerance and everything. Okay, so it's very simple to use. So it's just drag and select the dimensions and all. Okay, so what about these geometric tolerances? We can also just change the type to geometric tolerance. Okay, when we select this, okay, for example, when I select this, I can now change the type to geometric tolerance. And here all I need to do is just select the, select the symbol, which is parallelism. Okay, here I'm just going to OCR 0.5 as well. Okay, and B, and I have that. So it will just show down here in my bill of characteristics as well. Okay, so once I'm done with all my capturing of my dimensions as well as tolerant geometries and all, okay, I can now key in my results. Okay, so measurements input. So here I can, this is the, if you remember, this is the results input. Okay, the results input that I have in SOLIDWORKS Inspection Professional. Okay, the results input. So here I can just straight away input it in SOLIDWORKS itself. I don't need an Excel sheet as well. I can just do it here, 31. And you can see what's good about this is when I key in my value, oops, this one there's a problem with it. This one is supposed to be an angle dimension. Okay, so I'm just going to recapture this. Okay, even if there is a problem, you can still do it like this. You can just manually edit it again. Okay. Here, and let's give one that is out of the limit. Okay, so maybe 69.4, and you can see, so these are the green, yellow, and red. Okay, so like what I mentioned earlier, this green, yellow, and red. Okay, so yellow means that it is actually right at the border, which is the upper limit or the lower limit. So 31, you can see that this is the upper limit. That's why it will be in yellow. And all of these results, the yellow, if it's within the range, is green. Okay, if it's out of the range, it's red. Okay, and you can see that all of these results also reflect back to our drawing itself. So it will be highlighted automatically yellow, green, and red. Okay, yellow, green, and red. So that is very convenient when you're doing your inspection. Okay, so next, what about the CMM data input? Okay, here we can also have a CMM data input. So here I'm just going to add 3 files. Okay, open them, and you can see these are just results obtained by the CMM. Okay, all the dimensions are here, file 1, file 2, file 3. Okay, and here I'm just going to clear any CMM results earlier on which might be affecting this document itself, and I'm going to click auto assign. Okay, and when I click OK, the CMM results will automatically assign, okay, be assigned, and you can see that these are all my results. Okay, for my 3 files, for my 3 CMM data. Green is within the range, yellow on the border, and red out of range. So you can see here I can just straight away input all these data straight into the SOLIDWORKS Inspection standalone application using the professional package. Okay, so this is only available in the professional package. Okay, so even the balloons will update when I select the different file, the different results, my third results and all. Okay, so that is all for today's webinar. Okay, so I hope after this webinar you are much more familiarized with what is SOLIDWORKS Inspection and what can it do. Okay, you also know what are the benefits of doing inspections process, as well as why is it important, what are its benefits and all, and how SOLIDWORKS can help you achieve better results in this process. Okay, so once again, I am JJ Chan Junjie. Okay, so these are my contact details. You can reach me by email at jjchan@CADvision.com, as well as my telephone number, okay, which is all here. Okay, so thank you for your time and thank you for attending this webinar. Okay, I hope you have a nice day. Goodbye.